Raya saves the season. How one goalkeeper kept Arsenal's title. Dream alive. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you held your breath for a full 90 minutes watching Arsenal? When was the last time one man stood between your club and disaster and he actually came through? Today was that day. May 10th, 2026, West Ham away. And David Raya reminded every single one of us why Arsenal trusted him with the most important shirt in the squad. But before we get into the game, we need to talk about something Pep Guardiola said, something that tells you everything about the respect this goalkeeper has earned, even from the enemy. Even Guardiola cannot stop talking about Raya. Pep Guardiola is not a man who gives praise easily. He has coached some of the best players on the planet. He has won everything there is to win in football. So when he talks about a player, you listen. Earlier this season, before one of those big fixtures, Guardiola looked straight into the camera and said this about David Raya. Raya is extraordinary with his long balls. Extraordinary. That is the word Guardiola used. Not good, not decent, not solid, extraordinary. Coming from the man who spent years working with Manuel Neuer and Ederson, two of the best goalkeepers in the history of the game, that word means a lot. But Guardiola being Guardiola, he also had something a little more pointed to say. After City played Arsenal at the Etihad back in April, he made a sarcastic joke about corner kick tactics and how his team became the first in the Premier League all season to actually foul Raya on a corner. He said, and this is almost word for word, "Today I am so happy that we had the honour of making the first foul in the Premier League on a corner on Raya. We have this privilege. In the Premier League, not one foul on the keepers all season, but today we were the first." Another title, another record that we have. Read that again slowly. Guardiola is making a joke, yes, but underneath the joke is a very real frustration. For the entire Premier League season, not one team managed to put a proper challenge on David Raya during corners. No referee gave a single foul against any opponent for pushing or shoving him. He just stood there, claimed his balls, commanded his box, and no one could stop him. Now, does that sound like a goalkeeper who is just doing his job? Or does that sound like a man who has completely dominated his position all season long? West Ham away, the game that almost broke us now. Let us talk about what happened today at the London Stadium, because this was not a comfortable afternoon for Arsenal fans. This was the kind of game that sends your blood pressure through the roof. Arsenal came into this match sitting top of the Premier League with 76 points and needing every single point they could find. West Ham, sitting 18th in the table and fighting to avoid further misery, had absolutely nothing to lose. And that is the most dangerous kind of opponent you can face. Arsenal had 66% of the ball. They had 13 total shots compared to West Ham's 11. On paper, it looks comfortable. But here is what the numbers also tell you. West Ham had 4 shots on target. 4 times, a West Ham player hit the target and needed to be stopped. And every single time, there was David Raya. The moment everyone will be talking about was the one-on-one save against Matheus Fernandes. Fernandes found himself clean through. That is the nightmare scenario for any defender and any goalkeeper. One player, clear of everyone, bearing down on goal. In that moment, it is just 2 people, the striker and the goalkeeper. Raya won that battle. He spread himself at exactly the right moment, made himself big, and kept the ball out. Just like that, the game stayed level at 0-0. And later, in the 83rd minute, Victor Gyökeres, or one of the Arsenal attackers, broke through and put the ball in the net to make it 1-0. That one save from Raya earlier had kept the door open for Arsenal to find their goal. Without it, this story has a very different ending. Final score, West Ham 0, Arsenal 1. 3 more points. 3 more points closer to the title. Breaking down the numbers, what the stats really tell us. Sometimes stats can lie, but sometimes they tell you the exact truth. Here is a look at what the numbers from today's game actually mean. Arsenal had 66% possession. That means for 2/3 of the game, the ball was at Arsenal's feet. West Ham only had the ball for 1/3 of the match. This shows that Arsenal controlled the tempo. They dictated how the game was played. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Despite having all that possession, Arsenal only managed 2 shots on target. West Ham had 4. So the team, with less of the ball, actually tested the goalkeeper more. This happens in football. West Ham sat deep, let Arsenal have the ball, and tried to hurt them on the break. And it nearly worked. West Ham committed 14 fouls. They gave away 3 yellow cards. They were physical, they were aggressive, and they made it as difficult as possible for Arsenal to play. This is exactly what a team with nothing to lose does. They fight and scrap and make life uncomfortable. Arsenal also picked up 4 yellow cards themselves. This was a heated game, a scrappy game, the kind of game where the winning team does not always play the best football. Sometimes you just need to grind it out. And that is exactly what Arsenal did. And when you grind it out, you need a goalkeeper who can save you on the tough days. Today, David Raya was that man. The Golden Glove race. Can anyone stop Raya? Let us pause here and ask a simple question. Who is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League this season? The answer, based on the numbers, is David Raya, and it is not particularly close. Raya has reached 17 clean sheets this season. Think about that number for a moment. 17 times this season, the opposition have played 90 minutes and gone home with nothing. No goals, no reward, just a blank scoreline and a long trip back on the team bus. The Golden Glove is awarded at the end of every Premier League season to the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets. Right now, Raya is leading that race. With Arsenal having just 2 games left to play, and with the team in the form they are in, he has a very real chance of finishing this season with the Golden Glove sitting on his shelf. But more than the individual award, think about what 17 clean sheets means for Arsenal as a team. Every clean sheet is 3 points protected. Every clean sheet means the attackers only need to score once to win. Arsenal's defense, led by Raya, has been one of the main reasons this team is sitting top of the table right now. You often hear people say that titles are won at the back. Goals win games, but clean sheets win titles. If Arsenal win the Premier League this season, the Golden Glove will feel like the least of what Raya deserves. The table does not lie. Arsenal are 5 points clear okay. Bellaguna TV family. Here is the part where we really talk business. Because after today, the Premier League table looks like this. First place, Arsenal have 79 points. Second place, Manchester City have 74 points. Third place, Manchester United have 65 points. 5 points. Arsenal are 5 points ahead of Manchester City with 2 games remaining. There are 6 points left to play for. This means that if Arsenal win both of their remaining games, it does not matter what City do, Arsenal will be champions. Let that land for a second. Arsenal Premier League champions. After years of coming close, after all the near misses and heartbreaks, after watching other clubs lift the trophy while Arsenal fans held their heads and wondered when their time would come, it is almost here. Their next game is against Burnley at home on May 18th. Burnley are bottom of the table with just 21 points. The win probability for Arsenal in that game is an enormous 87.7%. If Arsenal take care of business at home to Burnley, the title could be mathematically confirmed that very night. After that, they face Crystal Palace away on May 24th in the final game of the season. But if Burnley is handled properly, the party could already be started before that one even kicks off. Now, here is a question for you. Do you believe Arsenal will get it done? Or are you still nervous? Because after years of supporting this club, we all know that Arsenal have a special talent for making things complicated. Drop your honest answer in the comments. We want to know where your heart is at right now. The Raya story, from doubt to domination. Cast your mind back to when Arsenal first brought David Raya to the club. There were people who questioned it. Some fans were not fully convinced. Aaron Ramsdale had been one of the best goalkeepers in the league, was popular with the supporters, and suddenly he was being pushed out for a new man. The debate was loud. The arguments were fierce, but Mikel Arteta trusted his judgment. The club believed in what Raya could bring, and slowly, game by game, clean sheet by clean sheet, save by save, Raya has answered every single question that was ever asked about him. He is not just a shot stopper. Yes, he makes the saves when they are needed. Yes, he comes up big in the one-on-one situations like he did today against Fernandes. But the reason Guardiola praised him specifically for his long balls is because Raya plays a completely different style of football to what most people expect from a goalkeeper. When Arsenal press high and win the ball back in dangerous areas, it is often Raya who starts the attacks with a precise, driven pass over the top or into the feet of a forward. He is the first attacker on the team. He is a sweeper keeper who reads the game brilliantly. He comes off his line with confidence. He organizes his defenders and makes them better. And on days like today, when Arsenal are under the cosh and the opposition is causing problems, he is the last line of defense who refuses to be broken. What more could you want from a goalkeeper? And do not forget, the Champions League final is coming. The Premier League title race alone would be enough to keep any football fan wide awake at night. But Arsenal are not just fighting on one front this season. They have also made it to the Champions League final. Think about the size of that achievement for a moment. The Champions League final, the biggest club game in world football, the stage where legends are made. Arsenal are going to be there. And if they can hold their nerve in the Premier League and win the title as well, we could be looking at a double. The Premier League and the Champions League in the same season. That would be the greatest achievement in Arsenal's recent history. That would be the kind of season that gets talked about forever. David Raya will be in goal for that Champions League final too. And based on everything he has shown this season, you could not ask for a better man to have behind you when the pressure is at its absolute highest. Let us ask you this. If Arsenal go on to win both the Premier League and the Champions League this season, where does David Raya rank among the best Arsenal players of all time? We are serious. Think about it and let us know in the comments what today means for the rest of the season. Every point in a title race has a story behind it. Every win has a hero. Today's hero was David Raya. But the points go to the whole team, and those 3 points from West Ham away are huge. Arsenal now have 79 points. To put that into context, Manchester City in second place have 74. Even if City win both of their remaining games and get 6 more points to finish on 80, Arsenal only need to win once from their 2 remaining games to match them. And Arsenal's next opponent is Burnley, who have the worst record in the entire division this season. This really is in Arsenal's hands now. No excuses. No pointing fingers at referees or rival results. Arsenal control their own destiny, win the games in front of them, and the trophy is theirs. And after today, after watching Raya stand tall at the London Stadium and keep Arsenal's dream alive with those saves, you have to feel that this team has what it takes. They have the quality, they have the mentality, they have the goalkeeper. The table does not lie. Arsenal are top. Arsenal are in control. And Arsenal have David Raya. Final thoughts from Bella Gooner TV. This community, the Bella Gooner TV family, has been on this journey together. We have sat through the frustrating draws. We have felt the pain of the near misses. We have had the arguments about signings and tactics and who deserves to play. We have waited a long time for a moment like this. And now here we are, 2 games from the title, a Champions League final ahead of us, a goalkeeper who is being called extraordinary by Pep Guardiola himself, a team that grinds out wins at places like West Ham when the football is not perfect. This is what you support a club for. This is the moment you tell your children about. This is the season that Arsenal fans will remember for the rest of their lives. David Raya today was not just the man of the match. He was a symbol of everything this Arsenal team stands for. Brave, reliable, Brilliant when it matters most. Stay locked in, stay positive, and keep the faith. The title is within touching distance. Arsenal are coming for it, and this community will be right here celebrating every single step of the way. Up the Arsenal, always. Share this post with every Gooner you know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And do not forget to subscribe to Bella Gooner TV for all the latest Arsenal content.